Hello and welcome to the Project Passive Ultimate Facebook Guide to Fan Page Engagement. Today I'm going to talk about how to engage your fans on your Facebook page in today's ever-changing environment on Facebook. But first we're going to talk about the history of Facebook. Facebook was launched February 4th, 2004. December 30th, 2004, Facebook received its 1 millionth user. May 26, 2005, the next year, Excel Partners invested $13 million in Facebook. The year after that, September 26, Facebook is open to everyone age 13 plus. November 7th, the next year, Facebook Pages, Ads, and Insights were launched, which we all use for our Facebook fan pages. And 2 years later, Facebook is cash flow positive for the first time. And then they had their initial public offering just recently, February 1st, 2012, making them a publicly traded company, meaning that they are for profit. And Facebook is currently worth $123 billion. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because there's some changes coming that's going to affect all of your Facebook fan pages. As of November 2013, Facebook announced we expect organic distribution of an individual's page's post to gradually decline over time as we continually work to make sure people have a meaningful experience on the site. What does that mean for us and the future of Facebook? So your natural engagement is going to start going down with your Facebook page. You're not going to have as much engagement with your posts. And your reach will be minimal. So the amount of people that your posts reach will go down drastically. Like, it's going to be a very small percentage of people that you'll be able to reach. And finding new fans is going to be pretty much impossible. But luckily for you, today we have a game plan that you can use with combined with Facebook advertising, which is relatively cheap compared to any other advertising options for your business. So our plan is to engage, reach, and then replicate. I'm going to go over a basic overview, and then I'll go more into detail on these things. So you want to keep creating engaging content. Don't just link back to your blog post. Create real content that's native to Facebook. You want to, like, 80% of posts on Facebook are pictures, so you want to include pictures, and you want to do things that other people do on Facebook. Don't just link back to your blog, because nobody's going to care, and they're going to think you're just like some robot. Your reach is small, but it's still accurate. So even though you're only going to be reaching a small percentage of your viewers, if that small percentage really like one post, there's a good chance that a lot of other people will too. So keep that in mind when you're looking at all your posts. So let me show you a couple examples. Marie Forleo, she creates, I was talking about creating engaging content. She takes a regular code. She could have made this just a text post that said, "Don't be afraid of making mistakes." But instead, she made it into a picture that's visually appealing. It's native to Facebook. That's what people create on there. And 1,022 people liked it. Another person, Pat Flynn from Smart Passive Income, he has a great community on his Facebook page. He has 233 likes on this page, or on this post, because he's always there. He's talking about his family. He's down to earth, and he treats his audience like family members. Then the next thing we're going to talk about, after you keep track of your most engaging posts, you want to boost engaging posts. So if you have a post that stands out against all others, it's probably a good idea that you boost that post so that it is seen by more people. Because then you're going to find more fans that you've never seen, and maybe they will start coming to your website and become subscribers. You never know. And you could also connect with fans who've forgotten about you. So some people, they just like your page because they want to show support, but they never come back. So this could show people that, like, you do have valuable content on your Facebook fan page. It gives them reasons to come back, so that when they come back one time, maybe they'll see a link back to your email subscriber list, and they'll sign up because all of your content is so great and engaging. Which brings me to my next point: entice them to join your email list. So after you've done all that, you've created great content, you're boosting your posts, your content's engaging, you want to then entice people to join your email list. We'll go more into detail on that later. And then you just want to rinse and repeat. So let's go more into detail now. Engage. So right here you see this post by Derek Halpern. He keeps his New Yorker tough love style while still delivering a message that is native to Facebook. By native, I mean this picture. Like I said earlier, 80% I think that's 80% of people post pictures on Facebook, or 80% of all posts are pictures on Facebook. And right here, this is a perfect thing. This is something you'd see just from a friend posting something on Facebook. So it's native, it's eye-catching, it's nice, great graphics. So this is a great job of creating engaging content for people to look at. Which brings me to my first point. It's the context, not the content. You could put a link to the greatest blog post in the world, but no one's going to engage with it if the context isn't what they want. Like, it's not native to Facebook. Like, this is a more engaging post than just a generic link back to a blog with nothing written on it, with no call to action or anything. So you gotta pay attention to the context of what you're saying, not just the content. Another thing that's important to engage people is to use an easy call to action. So maybe your call to action will be like this post or whatever. And make sure you use an easy call to action that's easy to do. Also, no pressure. Like this post right here by Derek Halpern is no pressure. He's not trying to sell you anything. He's not trying to get you on his email list. He's just providing an engaging content for you to look at. So that's what people want to see. They're not going to come back to your Facebook page if they think you're going to sell them every single time. So you want to create regular engaging content. You also want to nurture a community atmosphere. So make sure you're there on your Facebook page talking to people, or at least hire somebody to answer your fans and talk to them on Facebook. It's really important because people want to know that you're there. You'll create a way better community if you do it that way. And always give away the highest quality value. So whenever you're creating posts or whatever, always give away the highest quality, because if you're not, there's a million other people out there competing with you, and they're going to, and your customers won't come back to you. So always keep that in mind. So now it's time to look at reach. So when you're looking at your insights, what are your most engaging posts? If you look at Pat Flynn's post right here, here's 2 posts in a row. One of them has 25 likes and the other one has 703 likes. If you look at the bottom one, Pat uses a smart call to action in the bottom post. This shows a noticeable difference in engagement. This is the type of post that you want to boost. And he probably did boost it since it has so much more. Like 703 is a lot more than usual for his page, so he probably did see this and then boosted the post. I'm not sure if he did, but that's what it looks like. And that's what you want to do. So you want to boost to your fans. You want to boost to the competition's fans, so that way they see that. Because if you read this post, it's about a webinar that he did, and he wants to start doing a monthly question and answer webinar. So, and then hit like if you're interested. Easy call to action. So if someone else might like what he's talking about, like his page, and then they're part of his fan base because they want to become part of this question and answer session, whatever. So that's what you got to do. And you just want to use Facebook Insights to maximize your return on investment. Look at your analytics, see what's going on, so that you can make the right choices. Alright, next thing we're going to talk about is the right hook. And for those of you who are reading Gary Vaynerchuk's book, Jab, 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 Right Hook, you'll know what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't, a right hook is a post that, or something that is required. You want the consumer to give you something. So you've given them so much that they're ready to give to you, and you give the right hook, whether it's something that they're going to buy or subscribe to your email list or whatever. That's what the right hook is, when you're asking for something from them. So I'm going to show you an example. So Derek Halpin right here, this is a link to his blog post. Um, as you can see, his blog post is about Facebook fan pages. It's on his Facebook fan page. He has mostly people who, most of his visitors already have Facebook fan pages for their businesses, so he knows that this is going to be interesting to them. It says, warning, if you have a Facebook fan page, read this. So instantly all these people, they're reading this, they have a Facebook fan page, it makes them worry, so they go to it. So they're on his website, and then he does this, the knockout call to action. So this whole post, he talks about how Facebook, exactly what we're talking about, like how Facebook is no longer allowing you to reach as many people in your audience, and now he's telling people that they need to sign up for email lists, tell their customers that they need to sign up for their email list so that they can still reach their Facebook fans. And then right there at the bottom it says, if you're not on the Social Triggers email list, I'd hop on it. And he's just giving people this advice, and if they believe his advice that they need to ask their Facebook fans to join their email list, then why wouldn't they sign up for his email list? So it's a great knockout call to action. But the only way for this to happen, only way to execute the right hook the right way, is if they love and trust your content. You have to give give before you can get that right hook and take their email or whatever you need. Then you ask them to join your email list after you have that trust. Or you could use a lead magnet. Like a lead magnet is something you give away, like an ebook or a free report or a list of tools, whatever. You can use that to entice them to join your email list. You can even create a post on Facebook with a picture, like a visually compelling picture of your ebook you're giving away, and say, like, the 10 tools of whatever, and then boost that post so that people see it. Like, boost it to your fans, get them to sign up for your email list. Whenever you're using images, you want to use big, bold, Facebook style images. So like in that post before that I showed you from Derek, where he had that big image, or like that one before of the quote, you want to use a big, eye-catching image that's going to take up a lot of space on people's newsfeed, and makes it stand out, because that way more people that scroll through their newsfeed aren't just going to scroll past it. You have a better chance of engaging people. And then another thing to remember is, if you are selling something, you're trying to get somebody to sign up for your email list right off of the post, not like how Derek's doing it here. If you're just trying to get them to send them straight to a link to an email sign up form, you want to keep your text short and to the point, have a strong call to action, and then you want to include a link to your email list landing page. So many people forget to do this. They just have this, there's no link to anything. They never sign up for the email list. You'd be surprised how many people do it. And other people, they just link to their home page. That's such a complete waste of time, because they're just going to your home page. You're probably just going to bounce off your site. So make sure you send them on a link to your landing page. Rinse and repeat. So right here I show you my past weeks full of posts. I didn't boost any of these posts, just to show you what's going to happen. As you can see, my engagement and my reach are very low right now, because of what's going on. So, this is real, and it's time to start boosting some posts. So, important things to remember are to test what works, change images, not text. So if you have your right hook, you're trying to get people to sign for your email list or buy your product, if you want to test out different options, first just change the images. Use like a million different images before you change the text, because you'd be surprised how big of a difference it can be just to change the image on your ad or whatever you're doing. And just never stop optimizing. Now, as I mentioned before, Gary Vaynerchuk, how I was talking about the right hook, a really big influencer, what I was talking about, Gary Vaynerchuk, he's a New York Times bestselling author, and in his book, Jab, 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 Right Hook, he tells you how to tell a story in a nosy social world. So basically, that whole thing that I was talking about right hook, that's all from him. He taught me that through his book. So it's only right that I share um, his book with you guys, so that if you want to learn more about this topic, like he goes way farther in the detail. I read this book in one day because it's such a good read. So I really recommend it if you want to stick out in social media and tell your story. Thanks for watching, and make sure you go check me out on iTunes for my podcast. I'm now listening to iTunes, Project Passive Podcast. Go to my YouTube channel, check this video out, give me a good rating, and have a good night. Thanks for watching.